The following video is about YouTube sabotaging themselves. Real quick, YouTube has for about a month now, depending on whether or not you were being hit with this, introduced fake disconnects, deliberately inserted delays when you try to load up a video, whether you're logged in or not. Putting up a little message, are you experiencing delays and slowdowns? And various other things. Now, this has also happened when I've logged in and turned off my ad blocker. This is being done because of the following. If I log in, my YouTube channel does not allow them to retain history. I'm telling them not to keep track of what I look at and just let me look at the YouTube page and get random data. I don't want to see the same thing all over and over again. I want to be exposed to new information. So what they do well, let's just say it. To be obstinate, they blank the page. That means I don't get to see new content at all. So I have to make my link that I use for YouTube for everything either be search YouTube, which is more of a program when I click it, search for YouTube videos, or I just have it always look for Rust. Now I want to explain what they're doing now if you have AdBlock Plus or uBlock Origin. In my case, it's just uBlock Origin. If I'm watching a video by Shots, which is the YouTube channel, and it goes on for literally an hour, I don't normally watch long-form content, but his stuff is good. And it's a Rust video game. And in that video, they stick in, and I actually timed it, 15 minutes of advertisement. And I put on uBlock Origin so that I don't have to spend 15 minutes out of what would have been 1 hour, it's now an hour and 15 minutes long, sitting through ads or skipping them. What do they do to me? They make me wait 5 to 30 seconds to load the video. 30 seconds versus 15 minutes of crap. I see this as a complete win. Now, it's done at the beginning of the video, and it's because it's a streaming service. The whole point of a streaming service, and this will be indicative of what's going on here, is it's supposed to tolerate busted connections because you're doing long-form downloads. You're not downloading an entire file that has to all be downloaded in one chunk. You're downloading literally what amounts to a bunch of little teeny video segments and playing them back. That's one of the reasons they can insert ads at random if they want to. They just wait till the next chop point. Now, at that chop point, if I'm running an ad blocker, or in this case, uBlock Origin, they can just act like I can't get the data packet. They lie, and I'm not overdoing this. This is not conspiracy theory speak. They're lying about having a network error. They're literally telling the browser in code that there's something wrong with the internet connection and convincing it to treat this as a bad connection. And if I just open a new tab and open up literally any other website, it looks like YouTube is down. Now, I want you to understand this. A large number of websites that check to see your quality of service you're providing to users will really set up an actual user account as well as an anonymous viewer account like me, like you and I would if we're not logged in. And they'll also notice that they're getting these what are called crash packets that say the video isn't playing. They will do quality of service checks, including, and yes, a bunch of them did this, look up SEO Watch, Search Engine Optimization Watch. They have been doing an experiment where they load up uBlock Origin, just loading uBlock Origin, not blocking ads, just the fact that you have the thing on your fucking browser and watching it crash on purpose. And because YouTube has said over and over again, this isn't deliberate, when it very clearly is. It's a piece of code they're running. They take them at their word and say, your website's not as reliable, people shouldn't use it for advertising. Yeah. The next thing is, a lot like other websites, this used to be a tactic done by porn sites and websites that would try to steal your identity. They're sending what I call crash packets, actual real packets of data to try to crash your web browser or reset your Wi-Fi connection if you're at a coffee shop, or try to attack the Wi-Fi hub in your house. which is actually illegal. It literally is illegal to do this because it's used as a way to disrupt communications on FCC regulated equipment. So you see where this is going. Now let's go to the next one in the video title. The auto video resolution selection, which you can't turn off now, automatically selects the wrong resolution. But it says it's defaulting to 480p or whatever, but it feeds you the wrong one, so it can, again, has a plausible explanation for a screw-up. What this does is, again, because they keep lying, people are like, okay, you want to lie to us about you doing this deliberately to just fuck with people because they're using uBlock Origin, or just didn't pay for YouTube Premium or Red or Plus or whatever the fuck they're calling it this week? Because you're saying these lies, we're going to take your word and say, okay, your website is sending disruption packets. Your website is sending broken and false information about errors. And your website is unable to do, I'm not kidding, 480p video. It's not that they're restricting 1080p and above. They're restricting any resolution you pick and disrupting it by deliberately breaking some of the stream data over and over again. If I'm watching a video with about a 1 hour Rust video, whether I block the commercials or not, it sends disruptor data because I haven't signed up for YouTube Red or whatever, or I haven't logged in, or whatever excuse that can be come up with. And again, like I said in the previous video, the only way to avoid all of this shit is not to log in and to clear your cookies. And as soon as, when they do this shit, whether you have uBlock Origin or not, as soon as they do something, I'm not talking about the ads, I'm talking about them faking a broken connection or faking a resolution change by artificially clipping or reducing your bandwidth below 480p video viewing by sending the wrong data. The one that was done a while ago, and I had to load up a hack for it, which I have to use uBlock Origin to do the hacks to get it to stop disrupting the video, is they would send me deliberately, even though I excluded it, 60 frame a second interlaced higher than 1080p, which my computer just doesn't want to do. So I'd set it manually. I set it to 480p because I don't need high res. I figure they don't need me to waste their bandwidth. I'm not their target audience. I'm not paying for YouTube whatever. So instead of that, they literally say, oh, to 480p select auto, and then they send me 60 frame a second interlaced 480p, which isn't something that it can do, and it errors out. And then it acts like the internet connection's broken. 3 times, exactly 14 minutes apart. I timed it. So why would a company do this? And again, I'm repeating myself because apparently they're not getting it through their fucking heads. Faking your website, not anybody else, your website, misinterpreting data, breaking connections, sending broken packets, improperly formatting video streams, or just breaking the stream entirely, but putting up an error message, which obviously shows you're not having any trouble communicating with us. Are you experiencing disruptions? This is gaslighting 101. You blame us for you doing this on purpose. Never mind the 5-second delay, which is now 15 seconds or whatever. Now, how did I accidentally fix this? That's the cool part, you don't. Again, a 15-second delay to avoid literally 15 minutes of video being screwed because you put up that many ads because it's fucking ridiculous. No, I'm not going to have a problem with your 15-second delay, or what have you turned it into? Because a long time ago, I decided I got tired, sick and tired, of the video autoplaying. There was a selection to tell it, don't autoplay. Just load the video and let it sit there. I want it to spool up. I'm not assuming my connection's good because I'm usually at Wi-Fi hotspots. Well, these days, for the last X number of years now, I've been on an internet connection. There isn't any bandwidth restriction here. No, there's no trouble with download speeds. I'm not experiencing interruptions. You're creating them. You're lying about it. You're faking a problem and then offering a fix if I pay money. Because when you click the About page, it tells you to pay for YouTube Premium. Okay? Or whatever they're calling it. Which they still show ads on. Because they're assholes. Unless they make it literally butt-fuckingly clear, yes, I'm going to cuss now, that you will never see an ad if you pay for YouTube Premium of any kind of ad by Google or YouTube. Just nothing, including on Google.com. Just remove the ads. I need to be able to look up shit. If I look up something, you bring up broken ad pages that have nothing to do with it, including AI-generated porn images now. They're now doing porn pop-ups off of Google.com if you're logged in or not, no matter what your age range is. Yes, Google and YouTube are doing that. They're doing that. I had to just flag a channel that was responsible when I went ahead and clicked the porn link because, hey, you're going to do a porn pop-up. It got through. Instead of Limu Emu, I got a porn pop-up. Okay, you know what? Where does it go? It went to a YouTube channel that had porn information and videos with porn thumbnails. They allowed a pornographic advertisement. And it got around my ad block. So I updated ad block. When I looked it up, even on Reddit, they're like, for fuck's sake, you're showing porn. This is what they got taken to federal, they lost a federal case over this. They experienced a fine over this. That's the reason we have the COPPA declaration we have to agree to. That's the reason all of us had to find that setting they kept hiding that said, I do not make content for children, and I am not, and I never have, and I don't want you to run any kids ads, and I don't want you declaring my channel a kids channel. They declared me a 14-year-old kid at one point to try to force the issue. This is beyond the point of them reactionarily fixing a problem, like maybe they're just mad at ad blockers or whatever, or they're trying to fix things after the fact and after the barn door has been, they're just doing the machinations of this and making it much worse and almost knowingly doing it. Again, a pornographic advertisement is what got through my ad blocker, which is the point of me having ad blockers. I'm trying to block any kind of pop-ups or interruptions in my usage and my ability to use my computer on the internet. And again, repeating, they screw up the bandwidth restrictions. They lie about a broken connection. They lie about why you're experiencing interruptions. They lie about the resolution. They deliberately mung packets. They try to force reset the Wi-Fi hookup here. The internet hookup here off of the router. They tried to reset my browser. All of these things are examples of invasive behavior that are not allowed. And I've locked my computer down heavily, and all I see is the pop-up over here in the upper right-hand corner. Your computer is being pinged and fed munged data and crasher packets. I mean, that's not what they call them, but when you look up, we just call them that. And it's coming from Google servers on behalf of YouTube. And it happens more when I'm logged in, not less. Again, the best method is, number one, block everything. Number two, don't sign in. Number three, when, not if, they do any kind of slowdown or whatever, refresh the page. Because what I did is I put a little string of code for uBlock Origin to make it to where it would pause the videos. I also added an add-on to try to pause the videos. Well, guess what? Now that they've done this, when I've updated my filters to try to get rid of the delay, it actually pauses the videos again to where I'm better off. So the videos finish loading along with the whole page because it's putting in 15-second delays before I'm able even to do anything. And then it just sits there. So I open up a bunch of stuff in the background. By the time I get done looking up all the stuff I want for the day, here's a list of 14 browser tabs that are ready to go that never even show an ad. Again, you're threatening me with a good time. A 15-second delay versus a 15-minute of wasted time looking at ads in a 1-hour video. So, is any of this them ruining their own website? Definitely. But not for us. And not for us uBlock Origin users or whatever. I can turn off all the ad blocks I want. It still does this shit. Because I'm not paying the money. Because I'm not paying for YouTube Premium. No, they just do it anyway. It doesn't matter. And yes, they do target Firefox a little bit more. And they definitely attack older copies of Firefox a lot. So I load up uBlock Origin and have it lie and say it's the latest copy. And they don't do it anymore. They just put in a 15-second delay instead of a 15 minutes of garbage. And yes, the websites that evaluate their performance are saying, because you lied to us about what's causing it, you lied about you doing it, we're taking your face value. We're saying your website is less stable and is less able to make people money through ads. So they shot themselves in the dick again. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck with it.